Evening, guys. Welcome to the predictions video for the 2023 season. I did initially want to contract this out to somebody, but I gave him the opportunity, and what he came back with, I thought was a bit poor. I thought he knew more than me about this, so I've decided to sack him off. I've not told him yet, but he'll find out. So let's have a look at this Northern League. We're going to do the same as last year, so we're going to do a pre-season prediction show, which is this, and then we'll do something about the Heavy Woolen Cup as normal, and maybe the Bradford League and the Huddersfield League, and then we're going to do monthly updates on the stats from these three leagues that we usually cover. So Northern League, I'm going to go Blackpool. Captain Fantastic still going. If anybody's got a Zimmer frame on Facebook Marketplace or something, can you get hold of Paul and maybe pass it to him? He won't pay for it, but it needs to be free. But anyway, if we can get one delivered, that'd be ace. So Blackpool, I think, at the top. Garstang, Netherfield. Now they're getting, they've got a decent pro, and I think they're getting an overseas amateur as well for the first team. So that'll be handy. Because if you get an overseas amateur that's got a British passport and they're a British citizen born in Britain, then they can play as a local. That's what I believe. That's what I understand. So Blackpool, Garstang, Netherfield, Kendal, who've staffed up. Then I've got Longridge in fifth. Then I go Chorley, St Anne's, Leyland, Fleetwood back in the big time. Might struggle, I think. Fulwood 10th. Then at the bottom I've got Eccleston and Penrith. Eccleston and New Boys, and bless them, they've tried to staff up. They've got Tom Foster, and they've got a couple of other new players who played in the Palace Shield quite a lot. Don't know if they're getting the overseas amateur back. Reece, he was quite a good bowler. But let's see. But I've got Eccleston and Penrith at the bottom there. Palace Shield. Now this is a bit odd because my club's in this, but I'm going to go with it anyway. So Palace Shield, I'm going Exton, because James Bone's back there, and they've got another player from another club in the Palace Shield. I think they're going to do well there. Jack Shuffleton's a good all-rounder as well. I think they'll do well. I've got Exton winning the Palace Shield. And then we've got in second Vernon Carus, and I've gone Carnforth, Morecambe, Thornton, Cleveley's. In six, I've gone Great Eccleston. Then I've gone Maudsley in seven. They got a lot of runs last year, Maudsley. They bat really, really well. I'm not too sure about the bowling. I think a consolidation season for them. Lancaster 8, Torrisholme 9, and the bottom three I've got Preston, Penwitham and Kirkham and Wesham. I think they're going to be the strugglers. Fingers crossed for that. It's just as a little aside, joking aside, my club's in this, Carnforth, but do you know what? I think it's a really strong division. It's going to be really, really competitive this year. And I know I've put my predictions out as that's the 12 as I see it. Genuinely, I think anybody could be in the top two. I genuinely think anybody. And I think there's going to be a host of clubs in the third week of August, top six. They're all going to fancy getting the top two. I think it's going to be that tight. So your bonus points this year is going to be important. Lots of clubs are going to be have overseas amateurs. I know we've got one at Carnforth. Other clubs are going to have them as well. So it's a little bit luck of the draw. And because you can do as much research as you want, but you just never know till they get here. So fingers crossed, it's going to be really competitive. And lots of new grounds again. Excellent stuff. Plus some old rivalries, three in particular. Superb, I can't wait. Westmoreland League. I got a bit of ribbon last year because I had Burnside down at the bottom. Now, it's nothing to do with the ribbon I've got, but I've got them winning it. I really have. They need Ben Phillips for a full season. If you get Ben Phillips for a full season, I think they'll win that. So Westmoreland League, I've got Burnside, Heysham, Shire's Head. Then I've got Sedgwick, Holme and Wharton. Arnside and Bear. And then we've got Carnforth seconds in ninth, Morecambe seconds in 10th, Kirby Lonsdale 11. Then I've got Kendal seconds bottom. So for the first time, Kendal seconds were in it last year, but for the first time, other second teams are in it. Carnforth seconds are in it. The Carnforth first team were in the Westmoreland League 2 years ago. So the second team have gone up into the first division there. I'm not sure quite why that's happened because I think they finished 6th or 7th. But they were asked the question, do you want to go up? Presumably other teams didn't want to take up the challenge, so they've gone up there. I think it's going to be a tough season for those 3 second 11 teams. And I fancy Burneside to win it. Heysham, no Carnforth, no Westgate. Can they win it this year? Can they? Or this time next year, will we be saying there's no Shires Head and there's no Sedgwick? Can they win it now? Well, I don't know. And of course, the winner of this gets the option to go into Division 1A of the Palace Shield, which has had a restructure. It's been merged with 1B. So Westgate won the Westmoreland League last year, and they're getting to Division 1A of the Palace Shield. But it's a much tougher league than it was for Carnforth last year. I'm going to have a quick look at 1A of the Palace Shield. So this has got Westgate. It's got Barrow and Croston, who came down from the Prem. And then it's got the 3 teams that beat Carnforth, which is Standish, Tarleton and Rufford. And then the top 6 Northern League second teams. So it's going to be quite tough. So I'm going to go with a Division 1A prediction. And I'm going to go Longridge seconds, Garstang seconds and Rufford in third. Then Leyland seconds I've got in fourth. Croston fifth. Netherfield seconds in sixth. And then I've got Standish, Tarleton and Chorley seconds. And then the bottom 3 I've got Westgate, Fulwood seconds and Barrow. I've got Barrow going a double drop here. Westgate I've got in 10th, just staying up. They're a good side, but they've come into a division that is tougher than perhaps they were expecting it to be. Home advantage will be a good thing. I see them struggling a little bit. My banker really for success is Rufford. I've got them third. They're a good side. They beat Carnforth twice last year. Looks a good side to me. Good batting, good bowling, just a good side. They play the game hard and firm. I like them a lot. They may get in the top 2, they may win it. But the rule is this year, if you're only a first 11 can get promoted to the Prem, and if you come in the top 4, then you can get promoted to the Prem. So that's how that's looking. Look out for the monthly updates of the stats, and look out for a show on the Heavy Woolen Cup quite shortly, won't be just yet. And enjoy your cricket. Thanks for watching, guys.